but great. I loved it.
How could you not like it?
People are sick of Adam Sandler, I think. Whoa.
Don't look in the light.
Oh, fucking was looking right at it.
This is VonGein, and I am DaVet.
Hi, I'm VonGein.
Tell us
Introduction
about...
done. No. What's up? As the page says, mostly I'm a metalhead nerd. I listen to a lot of metal, deathcore rap, and horror movies, video games, obviously. That's my collection behind us. Action figures, which are over there in a case. I have too many of those. And I read, mostly fantasy, Star Wars, Star Trek, all that stuff. So, yeah, just a metalhead nerd, basically.
Hi, I'm DaVet. I am United States Army veteran, did 12 years in the United States Army. I myself also love all types of music. I like horror-core, rap, rock and roll. I like country. You know, music is music. Alright. I'm a big Pittsburgh Steelers fan. I love Pittsburgh Penguins. Pirates fan, even though they suck. But I love playing D&D. I like the DM. Biggest part that I like about being a dungeon master is I like to create the story, and I love to see how the characters come into place with the story.
I mean, I'm looking forward to Cocaine Bear. I haven't seen it yet, but...
Yeah, I haven't seen Cocaine Bear either.
They just announced a Funko Pop, and I will own it.
It sounds pretty good. I mean, it got good ratings.
I am a huge fan of B films, and I don't care what anyone says. Cocaine Bear is a B film, and it should not be getting this much hype, because it is a B film. But I love, like, shark movies. I own way too many really crappy shark films. Every time I go to Walmart and find one for $10, I usually have to buy it, and they're awful. Every single one of them are awful. House Shark is one of my favorite movies. It is horrible, and it is about a shark in a house. Bubba Hotep, another great movie.
Hold on, stop right there. Stop right there.
What?
I also want to say, or I had to interrupt him, that we are both big Bruce Campbell fans. I love Bruce Campbell. I love Evil Dead 2.
Terminal Velocity, yes, Alien Apocalypse.
Yes, I love it all.
Bubba Hotep, like we just said. I love Brucey. Oh, the chin.
I really thought Bruce Campbell was awesome in the cut.
Spider-Man.
No, he wasn't in Spider-Man. Play. I really thought Bruce Campbell was awesome in Doctor Strange, the new one. I mean, it was just awesome how it formed. And then also...
well, I agree with people online. The pizza dude needs to be the new Stan Lee. He needs to be in every film.
Yes.
He just needs to pop up out of nowhere with a pizza. Yeah. And the original Spider-Man movies, dude. Like, he was the ring-announcer. Then he was the guy who won like Peter in the theater, I believe, in the third one.
Yes.
And he was a waiter.
Yes.
Yeah. Sam Raimi, Bruce Campbell, one of the greatest combinations ever. Love all their stuff.
Bruce Campbell, if you're watching this, call us.
Yes, yeah.
We'd love to do an interview.
I've got a lot of stupid crap that I would love for you to sign. The dumbest stuff you can think of.
Yeah. Some other things that I'm hype about is... Did you watch the new Black Panther?
No, I did not. It does look good. I'm a little behind on Marvel stuff. They keep releasing too much, to be honest. And I'm trying to catch up, and it's not working out.
I'm on top of that. MCU, I'm on top of.
I try to be, but man, Star Wars, I do got to stick up with my Star Wars. Mandalorian, I've already watched the first episode. Boba Fett, I loved. Yeah, I got to watch the Star Wars stuff first.
Yeah, I'm really hoping Warner Brothers steps it up on the DC side. I mean, they do really well with Shazam. They do really well with solo Batman movies.
Oh, yeah, the new Batman with Robert Pattinson was amazing. It's my, top 3 Batman movies of all time.
But I'm going to have to rebuttal against that one. I mean, it put me to sleep, honestly.
Well, that's because everyone is in this thing that Batman's a crime fighter, but he's not. He's a detective. This movie is one of the first times since Adam West where Batman was a detective.
Yeah, that's true too.
You know, I mean, Michael Keaton's still God at Batman, but those movies made him more of a crime fighter where he just beat people up. This movie was like he had to use his brains, his technology, and he had to figure stuff out, and I really enjoyed that. It reminded me of the comic books. It was a lot better than...
Maybe that's why, you know, it got good reviews, was because of that aspect.
Well, and the acting was phenomenal. I mean, I've watched Twilight, I've read the books. Robert Pattinson's not a great actor in my mind, but he did nail it, I gotta admit. I was a little skeptical, but man, he was a great Batman. And Bruce Wayne. A little gothy for me, though.
Okay, I want to get this out of the way between us, because I'm going to go count 1, 2, 3, and whoever you think best actor for Joker was, say the actor's name. You ready?
Sure.
1, 2, 3. Heath Ledger.
Romero. The original.
Heath Ledger.
No.
Heath Ledger was the top of the line.
No. Romero,
He
1960s was the best era of villains. A little campy, but it doesn't matter. They're still great.
I just loved Heath Ledger because no one's been able to top off that kind of Joker. I mean...
Yeah, but his Joker was over the top. It was good. Don't get me wrong. He was a psychopath. Yeah. But, I mean, I think Romero was more of the comic book Joker, and he was funny. And, I mean, you got to give a shout-out to Mark Hamill, too. The cartoons were phenomenal. His voice acting.
Yeah, that's true, too. That's true, too.
What was I watching the other day? I just was watching something. And right away, I'm like, holy cow, that's Mark Hamill. My wife's like, what? I'm like, that's Mark Hamill. Looked it up. Sure enough, Mark Hamill was in whatever cartoon I was watching. I was like, his voice is iconic. I just can't remember what I was watching.
I want to see where there's this new Joker going.
I'm hoping the next movie with Robert Pattinson doesn't have the Joker. I'm hoping maybe he's a sub-character. I'd really like to see another character like the Riddler or someone who's not established quite yet to be, you know... I'd love to see him bring back like Eggman or Egghead. Some weird character to be a sub-character also. Not like Amazing Spider-Man 2 where Rhino really sucked and was in a suit and was Paul Giamatti. That was horrible. But a character like that we haven't seen as a sub-character. Just, you know, hey, Batman's beating the hell out of Egghead at the beginning of the movie. Just to throw us a little bone.
I wanted to see, did you like the Peacemaker
yeah.
series? I loved it too.
The Suicide Squad, because we gotta add to things now, was great. I love that movie. The Weasel, all of them were great.
Yes.
And I was so hyped when that show was released, and it nailed it. It nailed it every which way it could. Especially when he's like making fun of Superman and Batman. I'm really hoping James Gunn keeps going with that series or something. Just give us Peacemaker. Put him in the next Batman or Superman or whatever. Just bring back John Cena.
I really liked at the end of Peacemaker. Spoiler alert for those that you didn't watch it. Sorry. But I liked at the end when Justice League showed up and he was yelling at them. And I'm just like, oh my God, this is awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool to be like, hey, that's Jason Momoa. You know, like, there's Henry Cavill. Like, you know, yeah. They showed up too late.
I really enjoyed that. That was pretty cool.
And Eagly stole the show. I think Eagly, him and, the Kung Fu guy.
I can't remember what his name is.
I think it was Kung Fu Master. I don't know. That idiot was funny flipping around and stuff. I need to watch that show again.
You know, you don't get to see too much of that.
I feel like that show was if like Kevin Smith directed a Kevin Smith DC universe. Like if Jane Silent Bob just walked out, it wouldn't have been out of place. You'd have been like, yeah, this makes sense. Whatever. This is like slapstick, funny, stupid stuff, and definitely would have fit in the Kevin Smith world.
I love the Fireflies though in it.
Yeah, the Fireflies were cool.
I mean, like, you know, you don't see that. You don't see too much of the comics in the movies. I mean, that's...
No, it's like the Suicide Squad. They gave us the giant star.
Yes.
I mean, one of the dumbest villains the Justice League of America's ever taken on, and they made it work. It was hilarious. It was funny. It worked, you know. And speaking of Kevin Smith, I know you probably haven't seen it, but the Master Universe that he did on Netflix is phenomenal. I'm not for a bunch of stuff, but people are like, oh, that's woman power. No, Tila. She nailed it. The character bases all were just phenomenal, and I love that show. I can't wait for the next season. And Jason Mewes, I think, was the voice of Stinker, who's one of my favorite characters. So, you know, Kevin Mewes as a giant skunk that stinks. Just phenomenal casting.
When I was younger, I loved X-Men. X-Men was like the top notch, and obviously, you know, like.
Now, for you guys to know, when we grew up, we had the Toy Biz toys, we had the arcade game that just came out, and we grew up watching the Fox afternoon cartoon, which still is probably the best thing X-Men's ever made. Yeah. You know, like, give us that Rogue. Give us the Rogue that Wolverine took care of, not,
Yes.
or Jubilee, too, you know. The Rogue was a Southern lady. Jubilee was the one he took care of, but,
When Fox had the X-Men, they really fucked it up.
yeah, well, I mean, the first movie was great. Second movie was good. But it was like, after that, they screwed it up. But I do think when they rebooted it, I like the young guys. They weren't the best movies. First Class wasn't great. The second movie was okay. Days of Future Past was awesome. Especially if you watch the Rogue cut. When they bring Rogue back, I thought that was great. And I like Apocalypse and Phoenix. I know that they're not looked that great. But Apocalypse is just awesome. And having the Four Horsemen show up, I was ecstatic.
I mean, Apocalypse was good. I don't even want to.
I mean, it's hard for Fox to screw up the Phoenix Saga twice, but they did it gloriously on both accounts. But you know, we had Ellen Page as Shadowcat. Come on, that was a great casting. You know, she's he's Elliot Page now, but we'll never get that again. That was Kitty Pryde. That was the perfect casting for Kitty Pryde.
I did like Quicksilver in it. Quicksilver was awesome. I think that was pretty good.
Yeah, well, with WandaVision, he is back, kind of. He was a different character, but hopefully maybe they'll establish him. And there's always Deadpool 3. And if Deadpool does anything for us, he will pander to us. And I'm sure we will get something really stupid that we want. Probably like Quicksilver. Mm-hmm. Rumor has it, Ian McKellen is returning as Magneto in Deadpool 3.
Get out of here.
I read an article.
Oh, sweet.
If he comes back, I'm hoping, you know, Xavier. Can we get Kelsey Grammer back as Beast? I loved him.
Yes, I loved him as Beast too.
I mean, I'm not saying that he was athletically fit to do that role, but man, his face and voice nailed Hank McCoy.
Yes, it did.
Nothing against the new guy. He's extreme Beast, but yeah, Kelsey Grammer was God as Beast. Fox, give us that movie. Or Marvel, whoever, give us that movie. Kelsey Grammer as Beast. Just sitting there talking for an hour, I'll watch it.
Hugh Jackman was the all-time best freaking Wolverine so far as actor-wise.
Well, we've only ever had one Wolverine.
Yeah.
But yeah, Hugh Jackman nailed it. He's a little tall. Can we shrink his ass down?
I think Daniel Radcliffe would probably be a really good Wolverine. Unfortunately, he was Xavier.
No, Daniel Radcliffe wasn't Xavier.
He wasn't Professor X?
No, that's I can't remember that guy's name, but no, he's from other movies. But Daniel Radcliffe, no, he's Harry Potter.
I think he would be a good one if
he's actually lobbying for it. He has put out pictures of him dressed up like that, and yeah.
I think Daniel Radcliffe would be good.
It wouldn't be bad. I mean, I would die to see Momoa as Sabretooth. I know he's Aquaman, and he nailed that, and Conan, and all those great roles, but slap a fur coat on him and some claws, and he's Sabretooth. I don't give a shit.
I disagree with that. Don't put him as Sabretooth. Do not put him Sabretooth. Put him in the Spider-Man universe.
Kraven the Hunter?
Kraven the Hunter, yes.
I hate to tell you that they already casted Kraven Hunter.
I know they
can't remember who it is, but yeah, they already casted him.
That's true.
And they did a horrible job with Morbius, which is sad to me because I love Morbius. But maybe Blade will come and kill him for us all. But I mean, real talk here. Days of Future Past, they screwed up. They should have had him as Puck. And if all of you are sitting out there going, I don't know what Puck is, Alpha Flight. Yep. Please, love of God, give us Alpha Flight. Puck is the king of hell at one point when Wolverine goes to hell. It's great banter. Put him in the Deadpool movies. Give us Puck, Deadpool, Wolverine, and Cable. It'd be great. And we could also have Sasquatch, Snowbird, the twins, Aurora and Northstar, Guardian, Vindicator, Shaman, who I love. Give us those guys. Alpha Flight, TV show, cartoon, I don't care. Give me something other than one episode of the animated series in the 90s. Which I've watched a million times because it has Alpha Flight. But he would have made a perfect Puck. If you Google search him, and you Google search Puck from Alpha Flight, he looks just like him. Just shave his head, put a goatee, and he's fucking Puck.
Yeah.
Same guy. But Jason Momoa could be Sasquatch. Not so much what's his name? Dan Langstrom, I believe is his name. He could be him, because he's a blonde-haired guy, real tall, but you could make him look like Sasquatch real quick. So if people don't know Sasquatch, he was roommates with Hulk, Bruce Banner, at Penn State, I believe it was. He heard what happened to the Hulk, and he thought he could do better. So he used gamma radiation on himself. Instead of turning into an uncontrollable green thing, he turned into a literal Sasquatch. But it was years later after he played for the Green Bay Packers, and yeah, he really can't turn back into a human, but he's a giant, hulking Bigfoot. But more do you want? And he's in love with a elf girl, or Aurora. Crazy, crazy series.
So what do you think about where they're going with Captain America, where it's going to be Falcon? Falcon's going to be the Captain America.
Okay, so from my knowledge, there's been 4 Captain Americas. There's Steve Rogers, there's U.S. Agent, took it over for a while. There was Bucky, and there was Falcon. I was hyped when it was Falcon, and I literally screamed out loud when I saw the costume at the end of the show. I love Falcon. I've been rooting for Falcon, and I was so excited when he was in, the second Captain America movie. And yeah, so as soon as they announced that, I'm like, please let it be Falcon, not Bucky. We don't need Bucky. We need Falcon as Captain America, and they nailed it. God, I need to watch that again, too. I want to see that outfit.
I disagree with you. I wish that it would have been Bucky Rogers, because my theory,
Bucky Barnes.
Bucky Barnes. That's
Steve,
what I said.
you said Bucky Rogers. Steve Rogers.
No, don't listen to what he said. All right, I did not say that. I did not say that. I wish it would have been Bucky Barnes, because Bucky Barnes was, he was the closest one to Steve Rogers. And, they went through a lot, and I figured that he would be the one that would take it.
Hey, but he didn't need it. He's already the White Wolf with the Wakanda. He's already got a metal arm. He's an assassin. Falcon is a black guy that flew planes, and they gave him a wing set. Give him the shield, man. Give him the mantle. Let him, do it. He's just a normal guy. It's more powerful that way.
That's true.
What
do you think is going to happen in Armor Wars?
It's been a long time coming for Rhodes to get his own movie. And Don Cheadle has come out and said, this is too long. But I love War Machine. I'm hoping maybe we get some other stuff. I know Ironheart's in the works. That little girl will probably knock it out of the park. So, maybe throw her in there. But I'm kind of excited about that. I do like War Machine. Iron Man's always been on the bottom of my totem pole for superheroes. War Machine, though, got big-ass guns, so, he's up higher. So, yeah, I can't wait. I think it's going to be good. Maybe Falcon will come back for that.
Did you watch the new Ant-Man?
I have not seen the new Ant-Man yet. I am excited. I do love Ant-Man. I was probably the only person I know that was hyped for Ant-Man when it first came out, the first one.
I liked Ant-Man. I like Ant-Man a lot. I think that where that's going, that obviously leads into Avengers, the Kang Dynasty.
Well, it should lead into Fantastic Four. The Quantum Realm.
Yes.
So I'm hoping for them. Maybe a little flash of X-Men in there somewhere. I haven't seen the movie yet, but I'm hoping there's something that, Doctor Strange opened the door. You had Professor Xavier. You had Reed Richards. You had some weird stuff in that show.
You had, what's that dude that yells?
Black Bolt from the Inhumans show.
Yeah, Black Bolt.
Side note, Black Bolt is the reason Gene Simmons has wings, because Gene Simmons was a huge comic book fan. He saw that character, and he kind of took the demon makeup and costume off of Black Bolt. Which is kind of cool. And then you finally get to see him in a movie and stuff, so.
I think Wanda was too powerful in that movie.
Well, Wanda is really powerful. there's only a handful of what do they call them? Meta mutants, or they're basically gods. You had Jean Grey, who's one. Wanda's one. I can't remember who else, but there's only like a handful of them. So I mean, they're kind of nailing Wanda.
Wasn't Captain Marvel one?
No, I don't think. Because I mean, Rogue knocked Captain Marvel down. I mean, real X-Men fans know that Rogue took Captain Marvel, or Miss Marvel at the time, and put her in a coma. So I wouldn't count her as one. I would count Rogue as one, but I don't think they do. But Rogue, her powers are way, way overpowered. I mean, touching someone and taking all their powers, even for an extended amount of time, that's a little much. But I did love her and Gambit. You know, give us her and Gambit's love story, man. Like, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I miss the cartoon. I miss Gambit trying to get with her so much, and she, you know, couldn't touch him. It was a good storyline. I think there's one episode where she was sleeping and he snuck a kiss and put him in a coma for a couple months or something.
World War Hulk. It's coming. It's coming. It's going to be big. She-Hulk's going to obviously be in it.
Don't need to watch that show, but I have heard good things.
After watching that show, I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. If there was a real She-Hulk, I'd probably be throwing some game to it.
I've read online that there's a lot of weird fetishes about She-Hulk, and I've known about them for a while. I mean, it's obviously a comic book world, but yeah, that brought it to the mainstream. It's an Amazonian thing. Planet Hulk was Thor Ragnarok, which was amazing.
Yeah, that was amazing.
You know, I mean, they will never give us that because Mark Ruffalo is a whiny little bitch and wants to be seen and doesn't want to be just the Hulk. So, you know, don't take a role that you don't want to be a part of. But, yeah, I would have loved the Planet Hulk. I'm just glad we got a little bit of that, you know. Now we have Science Hulk or whatever the hell they're calling him. Or can we just say Edward Norton was a better Hulk?
Yeah, I think so.
Edward Norton was a better actor.
I just wish that would have worked out with him because I think that would have been a better role for Edward Norton.
Yeah, I love Edward Norton. Death of Smoochie is one of the funniest movies. If you've never seen it, watch it. Fight Club. I've probably watched that like 300 times. It's not even funny. And American History X, which is a great, great movie. So, yeah, I love Edward Norton. I've tried to watch everything I can of him. So I was kind of excited when he was Hulk, which actually was the first Marvel movie. It started off the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I believe. Was that the second one? It was the second one, I'm sorry. Iron Man was first, then Incredible Hulk came out next.
Oh, the Marvels are coming out. Yeah, Marvel's going to be awesome. I'm hyped about that. I mean, that's going to be what? Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel,
Photon.
Photon.
She was in Wanda Vision.
Yes.
Yeah, there's going to be a bunch of them. It does look kind of cool. I believe Captain Marvel and then that Miss Marvel, they did the show. I didn't watch that, but it looked alright. I'm telling you, I'm behind. The TV shows are killing me with Marvel.
Yeah, I watched all of them.
I don't want to watch the movies until I watch TV shows because I'm afraid I'll miss something. So, I think I just watched something. I'm up to, I'm behind.
Did you watch all WandaVision?
Yeah, I watched all WandaVision.
Did you watch?
I watched Doctor Strange. I did jump a couple things to watch Doctor Strange. I think about the Shang-Chi. So I gotta watch Shang-Chi.
Did you at least watch
Hawkeye? I gotta watch Hawkeye.
Wait, did you watch Falcon and?
Oh yeah. I watched Falcon and Winter Soldier. Yeah.
Okay, and then you watched Shang-Chi.
No, I haven't watched Shang-Chi yet. That's where I'm at.
Have you watched? Well, you watched Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I did skip ahead. I wanted to see Doctor Strange.
I'm missing one.
The Eternals. I haven't watched the Eternals yet. I do own the Monopoly game. I got it for $5.
You never watched the Eternals yet?
No, I do need to watch it because of Angelina Jolie.
That's definitely a movie you should watch.
Anyone about 40, you know what I'm talking about with Angelina Jolie.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I do need to watch that, and I do know that there's cameos in new movies of the Eternal. Like, so those characters do matter. So I kind of want to wait. So I do need to watch that. Yeah, if I'm somewhere in that area, I gotta catch up.
You gotta watch the Eternals. Alright, after this tonight, you have to watch the Eternals. At the end of the Eternals, when it's over, alright, send me a text and let me know what you think.
Alright. I have to watch it.
Your wish is my command.
Yeah, I still gotta watch Shazam. I own Shazam, I just never watched it.
Yeah, but Shazam's DC.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, out of all the stuff I've watched, that whole era, I'm kind of screwed on. You know, there was too much Star Wars and Paradise PD. What else have I? There's too many shows that me and my wife watch. And I watch stupid cartoons.
Well, it explains.
Like what? Yeah. Like, shout out to the new Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie. It'll be an hour and a half of wasted time in your life. But whenever the Mooninites start deleting footage to piss you off, it is hilarious. The Mooninites come up and your little DVD bar will go on the bottom and like, hey, and you don't need to see this fight, and they'll just take it and throw it away, and then they'll like skip ahead, and you have no idea what the hell just happened.
What movie?
Aqua Teen Hunger Force has a new movie.
Aqua
Teen Hunger Force. Meatwad. I have Meatwad tattooed on me.
Oh, okay. I'm with you.
Yeah, it's a fry lock, milkshake, shake, and Meatwad. Yeah, they have a new show.
Yeah,
or a new movie. Yeah. Oh, it's dumb as hell.
I'm not saying, I'm not knocking on anybody, but I just don't watch it.
Oh, no. If you like Aqua Teen Hunger Force, it's stupid, goes right in hand in hand. Everyone knows it's dumb. But it's funny as hell.
My favorite stupid movie is America. Yeah.
Team America.
Team America, baby.
New South Park season's out. Watched them episodes. The last episode was about the Marshes getting a Japanese toilet, and then the toilet paper company's trying to assassinate Randy because he was telling people they don't need toilet paper. So, that was a great episode. Mandalorian 3's on right now. The first week just happened. It's great. Grogu, not Baby Yoda. Don't be an idiot. It's Grogu, which is a horrible name, but that's his name. And Mando's back, and yeah, it was great. Don't want to spoil it for anyone. It just came out like 3 days ago.
Star Wars. I'm not into Star Wars. I'm going to admit that I'm not into Star Wars. I watched all the movies, and I thought the movies was good, but The Mandalorian, I couldn't get into it.
Fighting words. Mandalorian's God.
It was good, but...
You didn't watch the Book of Boba Fett?
Nope.
Spoiler alert. In about the 3rd episode, they mentioned in the old days, people could ride Rancors if they could master them. The last episode of Boba Fett has Boba Fett riding a fucking Rancor, fighting people. Yeah, you gotta watch Boba Fett. Just the last episode. That's all you need to know. Watch the Book of Boba Fett. And Jabba the Hutt's cousins show up. So there's more fat slime guys. Now that's a Wookiee. There's a black Wookiee in it though.
I see. That's why I don't watch Star Wars.
There's a bounty hunter Wookiee, but no, Jabba the Hutt, the big worm thing that has Leia prisoner.
Oh
yeah, the bikini. Yeah, and Mandalorian has the little monkey things. Celestius Crumb is his name, but that race they eat them. The first episode has one on the spit turn. It was great. Oh, my family, like Christmas Day, we all there was 10 of us who went to the movie theaters and watched Force Awakens. Wearing shirts and shit.
Don't get me wrong, I love the Star Wars movies. It's just, I don't know, I just don't get into the shows, I guess. But I'm more into Marvel and MCU.
Oh, now see, growing up, I watched Star Wars as a kid religiously. Sadly, I made the mistake as a child. The 3rd one was my favorite. Ewoks, cute things. But I've realized now that Empire is the superior movie. I remember going to theaters and watching Phantom Menace and hating it. So I went back to the movie theaters and watched Attack of the Clones. Much better experience. And then I went to the theaters and watched Revenge of the Sith and blew me away. And then I did go watch Force Awakens. Liked it. A little disappointed, so I waited to watch the other 2 when they came out. I don't hate them as much as everyone else. I do see their flaws. Hardcore see their flaws, but they're still Star Wars movies, so I watch them. Same with Star Trek. I go to the theaters and watch Star Trek. As a kid, I hated Star Trek. As an adult, it's one of the best sci-fi shows ever. And the movies rock. I like the movies.
Some other things I like is, I used to be really big in video games, but I'm not so much anymore.
I am.
Used to really one of the best games, all right, in the past 20 years has been God of War, 100% best.
Yep.
God of War 2, God of War 3. I mean, that was the best.
The PSP games both rock.
Yes.
Very unique styles. What was the fourth one? I hated it. I have the figure back there. Ascension. I bought the collector's edition, but that game sucked. I mean, it was disappointing. Put it that way. But the new one, I beat the first one. I have the second one. I haven't beat it yet. Oh God. I'm a Viking head. I love Viking stuff, and nothing's better than a Viking.
I think that they need to make a God of War movie. God of War movie. I'm telling you, we need to see a God of War movie. 100%.
I disagree. I don't think we should get a movie. I think they should go Witcher, do a season. You could kind of establish it first season. Second season, he could meet up with Ares. And this way, if it keeps going, we could probably get all the video games put into TV shows. I think it would work out better that way.
I'm a veteran in the United States Army. Did 12 years. I'm big into D&D. I also like horror-core music. I like country, rap, everything. I love all kinds of music. And my genre is pretty open.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I do too. Really,
Yeah.
my arms are covered in tattoos that do not make sense.
Yeah, I only got 2. That's it. After the second one, I tapped out.
I've got like 25, 26, somewhere in that area. I have no idea. I just got 2 last year, so.